Alright, today we're going to be going over the brand new unit, Hart the Fabricator. And in my opinion, I think he is a very good damage dealer and a very good archgener. So, slots. Okay, first of all, this man has the coolest SP in the game. Like, look at this. It's beautiful. This is better than Islid's, definitely. Islid's is cool, but like, not as cool as that. And then I think HK Roy's is kind of bad. But for slots, we're gonna start with slots. So for magic, pretty much use whatever. 4-star magic is probably the worst slot in the game. Use literally whatever. For this, probably run Exceed Zex. Nuking equips if you have them. Stolen Scissor Blade, Gabolg. Shadow's bodysuit could be helpful for a little archgen if you're using a mono dark team. Rin Toska's outfit is always really, really good on magic units. Anything that's going to give you archgen, or if you're running a nuke comp, anything that's going to help you do a lot of damage. And then for his support slot, literally anything works here. Any archgenning item, any team-wide specifically, you definitely want team-wide archgen. But the number one, no matter what content you're doing, I think is Divine Arachnid's Tears. I'm going to show it in nuking comp and a more of a long form comp why I think Divine Arachnid's Tears is the best item, the best equip to have on this unit. So what it does is it costs 99% of their HP and gives them 120 arts gauge. So like usually this is horrible. This is a terrible equip. But because of his passive right here, auto restoration, he revives a fallen ally with 30% HP and all allies arts gauge by 200 when he is knocked out. So you use the Divine Arachnid's Tears on him. He gets hit one time, he'll die, he'll auto revive himself, and then the whole team's getting 200 arts gauge. It's really similar to Luvia and Rin's. But he has to die in order for this to proc, so it's a little bit worse. It's not that much worse. But then it also helps with this beyond. Uh, I don't even know what that is. Whatever this passive is, if he's not in status ailment, he gets a 100% defense ignore, which is huge. Because if the boss is crit immune, this will just make it so it doesn't matter that much. And then if you don't have crit on the team, boom, defense ignore. And then this right here, the less HP, the more damage, max 350%. If he's at 1 HP, he has a 350% damage buff, which is kind of insane. He has blind res, which is pretty cool. But yeah, as for Crest on him, Attack Up and POFG are probably the best. Yeah, those are definitely best in slot here. And then his skill reduces enemies' magic res by 20% for 10 seconds. Cool. I mean, just click it when it comes up. You don't really need to time this. It's not that big of a deal. And then the way you would usually use him is you hit a true art, get some arts gauge, and then use your art to lower his HP, and then super art, so then he can do a ton of damage while he's at low HP after you use the art. But the crazy thing about Divine Arachnid's Tears is after you use this and it kills him, he'll just be at 300 and you can just spam broken bullets. I'm going to show you how crazy this is. Because right here, increase all allies arts gauge by 50, and the less HP he has, it can increase to a max of 150. So if he has 1 HP, you're getting 150 arts on and 50 for the whole team from one super art. So basically, he's regenning 200 arts. So this is basically an art at that point. And it's 180,000 damage, and it's giving 50 arts to the whole team. Like, he is an archgener. You just have to have Divine Arachnid's Tears, and you can have him be super fast. Look at his animations. So, attack, it's whatever. Skill, it's pretty cool. Art, pretty cool. And then the true art, if you didn't know this, this is identical to Riot's true art, and I think that's really cool. Like that, they do the same things pretty much. It takes the same amount of time. They slash at the same time. I think that's really cool. I don't know why he has identical animations to Riot. I don't know the story very well, but it's still cool. And then this super art is one of my favorite. It's pimp because this tree right here is from his original, like the green heart, the healer. He has that tree in his true art, and now it's just like a shadowy version, and it's fucking pimp. But yeah, he's just a crazy DPS and a really good archgener if you have Divine Arachnid's Tears or if you can get him to low HP. The faster you get him to low HP, the faster he's going to be archgenning, which is why this equip is so good. And then, yeah, you should probably use the True Art, but the issue with this is it's going to slow down his archgen for the whole team. So if you are using him as strictly an archgener, I would use his Super Art only. But if you have two other archgeners on the team, I would use a True Art and then go into the Super Arts. If you have Divine Arachnid's Tears. If not, I would do, if you're just running normal, I would do True Art and then a couple arts, get him a little low, and then spam super arts until this runs out, and then refresh this and keep spamming super arts. But as for team comps, you're always going to want to run a tank with him because he's always going to be at like 1 HP, and if the boss attacks while he's at 1 HP and you don't have a tank up, you're just dead. You're getting kind of cooked. And I would definitely recommend blessed necklaces with him because sometimes he'll just like die out of nowhere. So definitely make sure you have some blessed necklaces. Alright, so for our first bit of content, we're going to be doing the Ultra Relic, this bird. And this equip is actually kind of nutty if you can get it upgraded, but yeah. So this is what we're going to be running. On him, we have Divine Arachnid's Tears, best in slot all the time. W equip, you get it from the mines, from killing Redacne in the mines, I think Omega Redacne. And then Gabolg, this is from Fate. It's going to give him dark damage and accuracy up. And then this is some dark res down, but this is also dark res down, and I think this one's higher, so this literally does nothing. But give him some stats. And then we're running dark relics too. So that's what she's doing here, just to provide 3 of the 5 dark relics. And then, yeah, we're just going to show how good of a nuker he is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use Divine Arachnid's Tears, and then I'm just going to, he's going to die, and then he's going to give the whole team a little bit of archgen. And then we just pop off with his super art, all these super arts, and the boss is just going to disappear. And look at the damage. Yeah, DL Rim, I got 2 copies of DL Rim hitting real hard. But without Hart in this nuke, they wouldn't have had the archgen from his passive, and I wouldn't have been able to do it in like 6 seconds. Or 7 seconds. So, yeah. He's really good for nuking. And here's the damage. He didn't do the most, but that's because DL Rim is just straight up like a damage dealer. And Hart is kind of more of a damage dealer slash archgener, in my opinion. But yeah, he's really good for nuking. Alright, next we're going to be doing the Blade Awakens with more of a sustain comp, I would say. Just a little bit longer of a fight. And for this, you definitely need a tank. You can't nuke, or you can't sustain with Dark Heart without a tank. But obviously, Divine Arachnid's Tears, best in slot all the time. I love this equip on him. Like, for every piece of content, I would not switch this out. It speeds him up so much. Definitely get this when Mines comes out, if you got Heart. And then Bless Necklaces just to keep him alive, because this fight sometimes just like nukes through the shield, and he'll die because he has 1 HP. So, here we go. And then we're running Rintosikas so we can get a little bit more um, arts on him. So I'm going to use that true art right away because I have 2 other archgeners who are going to do most of the archgenning for me. And then there comes his 200 per. Very nice. Comes in handy quite a bit. And now we're on the super art, and this is just archgen like crazy for me. And it does so much damage. And once we get this SGL super art, it's gonna do even more damage. Like that damage is insane. And then the archgen he gives, it's so good. And right there, he just gives the whole team 50 more. And he's doing so much damage. And then we just got another super art. Boom. And then it's probably going to be up again unless it resets the arts gauge. And right there, broken bullet. Boom! And just like that, she did. And Hart hitting for all the damage up here, like 9.1 mil, and he's given like giant arch gauge chunks. He doesn't have an arch gen type, so I mean, you can just use him with anyone as an arch genner, which is really nice. He's kind of like the opposite of Valentine's Liza, where she heals 10 a second and gives everybody 50 arts. He just kills himself and then gives everybody 50 arts. But like that damage is insane. And if I could show you how much arts he generated, it would probably be the most on the team. Just because we did it in like I don't even know, however much time we did it in. We used enough super arts. Everybody got 50. He's a crazy arch genner. I don't care what anybody says. You can definitely use him as an arch genner. All right, and for our final showcase, we're gonna be doing the Wings of the Abyss, the Crest Palace. And as always, Divine Arachnid's Tears. Rin Tosca is really good on all magic damage dealers. And then Nui's Parasol, just because 4-star magic is definitely the worst slot. I don't have very many good ones. Like, I could run the Blaze Garb, whatever this is, on him. But then he's just going to take more damage. Which, like, I have a tank. This will help a little bit, but your 4-star magic doesn't matter that much. But these two, definitely Divine Arachnid's Tears. 100% use this. All the time. But yeah, we're gonna be. This is like a mildly long. This is like a 40 to 50 second long quest. We're gonna be starting with that. He's gonna die. Use it as an opportunity to get everything else up. And then we use our broken bullets. And he kills everything. He does so much damage. He's so good. He's not conventionally good, but he is still really good. And he's got the coolest SP in the game. Worth every cent. And then we're gonna save her super art for the next wave. Okay, and then now we hit with a broken bullet, and the boss should just die. Like that is, it's so good. He's such a good unit. He's just like different than most other units. Like he's kind of like Gamagori, but Gamagori is a tank, whereas he is an Archgener. But he's also just a way better damage dealer than Gamagori. Hitting for 30 million. Rin and Luvia hitting for 13. Islet hitting for 7. Gamagori hitting for 5. He is such a good unit. yeah, that's about it on Hart the Fabricator. See ya!